Republican Congress members really thought they were going to cross-examine the Democratic governors. These Republican Congress members made total fools of themselves when this cross-exam backfired in their face. For example, take a look at MAGA Republican Congress member Stauber trying to cross-examine Democratic Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota. Ain't happening. Play this clip.
Claiming my time. Governor, what weapons did you carry in war?
Congressman, for 24 years, I carried...
No. What weapons did you carry in war?
What did you carry in uniform?
I tell you what, Governor, you're barking down the wrong tree, okay? You lied to the Minnesotans. You said that you carried weapons in war. That is stolen valor. You know what? My wife served 24 years in the military.
A little bit of respect for the
and
witness.
she's an Iraq war veteran.
You know what I mean?
She was over in the war zone. That's stolen valor, and I'm so disgusted with you. And so are the people that you served with.
Point of order.
That's stolen valor.
Just a minute.
Stolen valor. You didn't carry weapons in war.
Congrressman, my 24 years was public
Will you
many
apologize
years.
for lying?
Objection.
Will you apologize for lying?
Objection.
Hold on. Pause.
That's not questioning a witness. That's not questioning a witness. You think
Point of
so,
order.
huh?
State your point, Mr. Rinkelman.
No, you're yelling
State your
at him.
point.
You're
There you
hectoring.
go.
You're hectoring. You're hectoring. You're hectoring.
State your
Governor,
point.
you didn't carry weapons in war, did you?
State your point.
You didn't
Proceed.
carry weapons
You got 24
in war,
seconds.
did you?
Congressman, you know I missed.
Dude just made a fool of himself. MAGA Republican Stauber. Oh my God, that was embarrassing for you. Then you have Lauren Boebert, quite the bench these MAGA Republicans have. She thinks that she's going to give a try of cross-examining Illinois Governor Pritzker. Good luck with that, Boebert. Maybe you just want to attend those Beetlejuice shows instead. Here, play this clip.
Thank you, Governor Pritzker.
I find it hard to believe that you're lecturing us about peaceful protest. Look at what happened January 6th here at the Capitol.
No, what we're seeing in LA is an insurrection. You want to talk about an insurrection? This is an absolute insurrection.
You don't understand what insurrection is when people are trying to overturn an election here at the Congress.
I started this off
you were
showing you
here.
the
They were
forum, and I would
attacking you, by the way.
the same. I would expect the same.
I'm answering your question. It is outrageous that you are asking us
Is it peaceful to
when you're the one condoning
destroy
of people who attack
private and government property
right here at our Capitol?
Governor Hochul.
Then you've got MAGA Republican Congresswoman Fishback. Here's what she has to say with Democratic Governor Tim Walz. Not too good at all. Play this clip.
You had a discussion about civility, and I'm embarrassed because you say you're an educator and you're the governor of my state that I'm supposed to be proud of, and this is the kind of garbage, the example you're setting for our children, that you're telling people to bully each other. And I try very hard not to say those kinds of things because I understand that it is meaningful. When you hold a position like this, you should not be saying things like that.
But you support the president's language?
Hey, gentleladies.
The president is not in front of me right now, Governor.
Gentleladies, time's expired. Chair recognizes the ranking member for a unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
They just throw it right back in their faces, those Democratic governors. Then you've got Mike Lawler from New York. He thinks that he's going to do a good cross-exam of his governor, Kathy Hochul. And she goes, yeah, you know, the reason why you're saying these stupid things to me, Mike Lawler, is because you're killing the people in your district in New York. Yeah, you lied to them. You're going to be taking away their health care in New York. I'm trying to fight for them, you pathetic little weasel. Watch this. Play this clip.
State. That's why you're here. That is the exact reason why you're sitting in front of us testifying, because of your disastrous EOs, your disastrous pro-criminal policies that have resulted in the death of New Yorkers. That is your failure. And the fact is that you can't even answer the question.
No, the reason I'm sitting here is because Republicans are looking to deflect from the big, bad, ugly bill that's going to hurt people.
Governor, gentlemen's time's expired. Governor, are you going to answer?
And then you have MAGA Republican Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna. Now, her big thing was the Epstein files. That's all she cared about. She literally runs a subcommittee to release the Epstein files. She's very quiet on that. But now she's really focused on the Democratic governors ushering in communism. And one of the funniest things about these questions or this cross-exam, whatever the heck you want to call it, is the governors would just laugh in the faces of the MAGA Republicans. And the MAGA Republicans would be like, don't roll your eyes, or don't laugh at me. Here, play this clip of Luna.
You're essentially doing is using your platform as elected officials, the trust that the American people have put in you, essentially to usher in communism. You're not actually fighting for American values. Don't roll your eyes because it's a serious topic and that's where the money's coming from.
And then you have Mary Miller to Governor Pritzker, and he's like, yeah, I think I'm not going to take the advice from someone who extols the virtues of Hitler. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to do that. Play this clip.
Do you stand by your policy of tying the hands of Illinois law enforcement? Yes or no, sir?
You know, Congresswoman Miller, I am not going to be lectured to by somebody who extols the virtue of Adolf Hitler, of somebody who has allowed the pardoning of January 6th.
I'm reclaiming my time.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, a cross-exam, I wouldn't even call it a cross-exam, talking to Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, saying, what are you doing? Don't smile at me. Are you laughing at me? Don't you laugh at me. Play this clip.
$5 to $10 million a day to feed and house illegals. Are you smiling at me about this?
No, I'm not.
You look like you got quite a smile on your face.
No.
Because I can tell you,
Gentlelady will not.
this is my time, reclaiming my time.
I'm thinking about
Don't you dare smile about the murder of Lake and Riley.
I'm thinking about her parents.
The third time,
Don't question how I look.
Jose
My heart is breaking for her
my
parents.
time, Governor Hochul. The third time he was arrested was in the same.
And here's Greene to Hochul again, saying, you should be prosecuted for murder. Play this clip. It's so embarrassing.
You are responsible for the murder of this little girl, Laken Riley. And the Department of Justice should prosecute you for her murder.
Objection. Objection.
I don't care how much you object. And if you support it too, you're responsible for her murder. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
On a point of order.
Gentlelady's time's expired. State your point.
Mr. Chairman, these witnesses have been here for over 4 hours. They've all voluntarily have been engaging with our members with respect. They've all treated our members with respect.
Laken Riley is dead forever. 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 They can sit there all day.
My time.
Hold on. No, state your point.
I'm trying to.
State your point. No. It's a point of inquiry, not a debate.
Our rules, if you would let me speak, our rules of decorum dictate that our witnesses should be treated with respect, and I ask you to enforce decorum and remind committee members to treat our witnesses with respect.
Our members are.
Then you have Nancy Mace demanding, this is her question, what's a woman? Do you know what a penis is? Do you know what a vagina is? Because we in the Republicans, we always think about penises and vaginas all the time. Like that's our, there may be a war in the Middle East. There may be Russia trying to genocide in Iran. There may be Donald Trump saying that he was going to solve and bring peace to Gaza. Well, that certainly hasn't happened at all, which I think everybody wants that to happen immediately. As we see tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of children and women and non-combatants dying, which is absolutely unacceptable. As you see Donald Trump's trade wars against the world, as Donald Trump's nationalizing or federalizing the National Guard. But here's Nancy Mace. The penis, vagina, I wake up every day and I think about someone in the bathroom? Who's in the bathroom? They're a bunch of weird. Just stop bullying people. This stuff never crosses my mind. Like literally. I just want people to be able to live their lives with dignity. I want them to be able to afford homes, to have healthcare, to have education. Let's start with that, Mace, before talking about peepees and vaginas. How about that? Here she is.
1990.
Okay. What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
Well,
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women.
You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Congresswoman.
Good lady,
Thank
yields back.
Mr. Chairman,
Chair
I would
recognizes
ask
Mr.
unanimous
Ocasio-Cortez from New York.
All right, well, that was some kind of bingo going on over there. I don't know what's going on. Anyways.
Oh, I know what's going on.
Thank you.
Cory Booker was on fire. Play this clip. Senator Booker.
And this son of Mexican immigrants who cleaned homes and served food, this man with equal dignity in this body, today was driven violently to his knees, as if made to kneel before the authority of the executive, because he was so-called disrespectful. That should offend the consciousness, not just of the other 99 members of this body, it should offend the conscience of this country. Because if you could make Alex Padilla forcibly kneel before this executive, when does it stop? He's a United States senator. And if you could force him to kneel to his knees violently, when does it stop? What does it say to other Americans who want to speak up? What does it say to other Americans that want to exercise their constitutional duty? What does it say to other Americans this weekend when they want to peacefully protest? What does it say to other Americans from humble backgrounds who know poverty? That if a United States senator who stands up to do its job can be made to heel, driven to his knees, violently handcuffed, what does it say? What message does it send? Everybody in this body should see that this is a crossroads. They treated a member of the United States Senate violently after he identified himself, dragged him out of a room, threw him upon the ground, and put him in handcuffs. Every member of this body should object to that. Why? Because the statement was that he was disrespectful. That is unacceptable. That is offensive. That is un-American. And so why is there silence right now? Why aren't my colleagues saying, I don't care if it's a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent? When you drive a man to his knees in the United States of America, that is wrong, that is wrong, that is wrong. This is a test. This is a crossroads. This is a day in which the character of this body will be defined.
Hey everybody, Ben Meiselas here from the MeidasTouch Network. I wanted to let you know about my podcast partner, Michael Popak's new law firm. It's called the Popak Firm. Michael Popak's pursuing his dream of starting his own law firm, really based on the popular demand by all the Meidas Mighty and legal AFers who are approaching Michael Popak with their cases and saying, can you help us? And at that time, Popak was not able to. So he went out on his own. He started the Popak Firm, where he is now handling catastrophic injury cases like car accident cases, trucking cases, malpractice cases, big negligence cases, wrongful death cases. So if you or someone you know have a case like this, the consultation with Popak's firm is free. Give him a call. See if you have a case. It's thepopakfirm.com, thepopakfirm.com, or you can call 877-POPOK-AF, P-O-P-O-K-A-F. So 1-877-POPOK-AF. Give Michael Popak a call. And I'm really proud of you, Popak. Thanks for all the hard work you're putting in. You have MAGA Mike Johnson making a fool of himself, saying, we are going to censure Senator Padilla. Dude, you're in the House. You can't censure him. You're not in the Senate. And number two, you're going to censure the senator who got tackled and unlawfully detained by the Gestapo. MAGA Mike's a real piece of crap. Play this clip.
Of the House,
yes,
the constitutional officer of this branch.
Yeah, and what of it? I mean,
the idea that you said this is a Senate issue. This isn't, I mean, these are members of Congress.
I mean, Yeah, but the Senate does its disciplinary actions over there, and we do ours over here. We have a certain set of measures, as you all know, and it ranges from censure to removal from committees to ultimately expulsion from the body.
And do you support that for the senator?
It's not my decision to make. I'm not in that chamber, but I do think that it merits immediate attention by their colleagues over there, and that I think that behavior at a minimum is it rises to the level of a censure. I think there needs to be a message sent by the body as a whole that is not what we are going to do. That's not how we're going to act. We're not going to have branches fighting physically and having senators charging cabinet secretaries. We got to.
Ro Khanna, play this clip.
Can you assure the American people on two things? You will respect any Supreme Court decision on this matter about whether the Marines are constitutional, and you will respect the district courts when they rule before the Supreme Court rules?
What I can say is we should not have local judges determining foreign policy or national security policy for the country.
So you're not willing to say you would respect those decisions?
What I'm saying is local district judges shouldn't make foreign policy for the United States.
AOC, play this clip.
Apologies, I just have 10 seconds left. But when they say illegal versus legal immigration, they are trying to end legal status in the United States as well. Correct, Governor Pritzker, with the end of TPS and making people undocumented by removing legal status, ending legal status, and then having the audacity to call them illegal when they were here documented, correct?
Taking students' visas away from people, taking their legal right to be in the United States away from them when they've been granted maybe years earlier to stay.
So I don't want to hear about how this is about illegal versus legal immigration. They are attacking legal status and removing legal status. The Republican majority is anti-legal immigration in the United States. And I want to make that very clear, and I yield back.
More yelling at Governor Pritzker over bathrooms. Play this clip.
I'm asking you, have you ever considered that women don't want you in their bathrooms? That's a private space that they don't want you or any other man in.
Congressman, let's talk about your failure to
normal
vote
people
for
say
Medicaid. In fact, you want to take Medicaid away.
Men should be in women's restrooms.
And
that's a very straightforward question.
You apparently want people
and you're
to die
encouraging men to use women's restrooms where there could be underage girls. Do you think that's appropriate?
Sir, if we're going to politicize this, let's talk about what you're doing to people in this country.
You think that's normal
by virtue of your votes?
All right, let's move on. Let's
President Trump.
I think that Democratic Congress member Carbajal was channeling how I feel when I do when I do these videos. As he's this is the Democrat. So as he's just cross-examining Pete Hegseth, he just like loses it. He goes, I don't want to talk to you anymore. He goes, you're pathetic. You are a disgrace. Like, you really should leave. You are embarrassing yourself. You're an embarrassment to this country. I don't even want to waste my time talking to you. Play this clip.
Do you think political allegiance to Trump is a requirement for serving our nation, either in uniform or a civilian in the department?
I'm incredibly proud, as are millions of Americans.
No. Not today, Hegseth. Yes or no?
Congressman, you know what a silly question that is.
But silly enough to warrant a very straightforward answer. Yes or no?
We all support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
You know what? I'm not going to waste my time anymore. You're not worthy of my attention or my questions. You're an embarrassment to this country. You're unfit to lead. And there's been bipartisan members of Congress that have called for your resignation. You should just get the hell out and let somebody competently lead this department.
Mr. Chairman, do we not have any decorum in here?
Thank you very much. I yield my time.
Gentleman yields back. And I would urge everybody to remember and maintain a decorum suitable for this chamber with their further comments. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Tennessee, Dr. Desjardins.
That's how I feel. Doesn't that look like some of the hot takes that I do? And then you tell me, you're like, all right, Ben, don't do the name calling. Just chill, hang in there, right? Hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers. Thank you for watching.
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.MeidasTouch.com. All 100% USA union made.